So this is one that Tiger sent me, Akkal-AOE on stream. He barely streams these days, but he does have a stream. But here he is playing on a Smurf. Nice town, I'll take it. For the record though, his Smurf is ranked probably higher than his main account these days, so it's not a Smurf anymore, but still, I shouldn't be giving these kinds of players any attention because I don't like Smurfs. Nobody should make a second account. Never. But he promised me a good game, so that's what we're gonna look at here. So let's just see what it brings us. So Tiger, I'll be referring to Tiger. This is his alternate nickname, but I'll probably be calling Red here for Tiger. It'll likely be our main focus as well. I'm wondering if they went random civs here, because he's actually playing as Spanish flank. If I'm going to guess, maybe he queued up with randoms here, because those are some weird letters, not actually Norwegian here. Sorry, not weird, but not English or Norwegian either. And yeah, so let's just assume it's a random ranked game that Tiger sent us here. We're up against, so for Tiger's team we have Tiger with the Spanish flank, Britons pocket, and Bulgarians flank on the other side. This has to be a random civ, come on. You would never voluntarily go with Britain's pocket, but hey, here we go. So we have Tiger in the red playing as the Spanish flank. Maybe we'll see the Spanish archers here, I doubt it, but it's a possibility. More likely to go for tower rush though, because the Spanish builders build faster. Or maybe fast castle conquistadors, but that could be punished on flank. If you want to know the rank of any of these players, just exclamation mark rank and the players' nicknames should show up. In the pocket on Tiger's team we have Britons with, for yellow here. I think we'll simply call them yellow, because I can't pronounce this, unfortunately. Britain's pocket, civ, fantastic archers, but archers aren't the most mobile unit ever, so usually in the pocket positions you'd love to have someone with access to good knights and cavaliers or even paladins. That's what we're going for here. Britain's pocket. Might be seeing some longbows should the game go late game here. They at least have the range going for them. And finally on the other flank here is Spartacus 1123 with the Bulgarians. We might just call him Purple with this nickname here. Hello Magnolia. So Spartacus, Bulgarians flank, probably not the worst flank ever. You could easily go men-at-arms towers with Bulgarians, because their infantry line instantly becomes men-at-arms and longswords and two-handed swordsmen as you progress through the ages. So you don't need to invest into men-at-arms with Bulgarians if you want to go for the towers on the flank. Same as Spanish though. The archers on both sides of the flank here are lacking crossbow and arbalest upgrades, so we won't be seeing any big archers plays here from the two flanks on Tiger Nice Town's team here. Or I won't say we won't be seeing that, but you shouldn't be seeing it, because the archers of these two civilizations on the flank really aren't viable past Feudal Age. Let's see what the other team brings for us though. We have Frank's pocket, real try-hard pocket civ here from Conrad M87 here. Probably one of the best pockets in the game, best paladins almost, arguably, in the game. Good scouts rush as well. They get that plus 20 HP instantly on their stable line units starting Feudal Age. Let's see one slightly risky thing here though. If the enemy runs in here with a scout, they could snipe some sheep here, steal some sheep because they're this far off from the TC. But maybe at minute 7 you're not too worried about that. But Frank's pocket should be using the mobility much better than the Britons on the other side here to turn the game in their favor, because with the mobility of knights and scouts for that matter, you have an easier time taking map control and running away from fights you don't want to take. Now for their flanks though, we have Goths on the right side flank here for Conrad, or south flank if you will. Yeah, Goths can be really annoying. They research Loom instantly, so you could go forward and they can kill boars in only 2 or 3 shots as well. So you could go forward and lame the enemy boars if you want to. You could go wall in the golds, wall in the berries, whatnot. Looks like Tiger is going for the Drush fast castle here, by the way, so we're gonna have to pay attention to that. But let's introduce the last flank player. Another try-hard flank civ in the Ethiopians here. One of the better archer civs in the game. Faster firing archers, yet fully upgraded arballists and all that jazz. That's good. Probably going to come in handy against Bulgarians as well, because they are classified as an infantry civ. But let's turn to red here and see what nice town, I'll take it, will bring to the game. Go straight for the enemy scout here. I don't really feel like becoming famous, so just back off. Yep, barracks being dropped here by the Goths player. Rushing the Goths here, it's a bold move actually, because you could expect Goths to have infantry out already. In any case, might be looking at the villager kill here. And some discomfort for sure, lots of idle time here on Cyclist 1994 here. Possibly dead villagers, I don't know, but extreme amounts of idle time here. Alright, let's just ban these spam bots here. Just a moment. I think my mods are sleeping. Tiger, you're a mod, you have to take responsibility here. Anyway, Rush has had some success here. Look at the villager count of Fire Cyclists. It's at 22 on the way to the field edge. I'm not sure if they lost any, I don't think so, but here is one going down, I think. And but just look at all the idle time here cost. Field edge well on the way, but the Goths player doesn't really know what to do here. And even the scout from the Britain's pocket here helping out with Tiger's Rush or just auto-scouting, who knows? Tiger's Rush is a fact though, only has to deal with one enemy scout in their home base. How many vills do you need about to kill 3 Dark Age militia and a scout? Alright, so the militia has 40 HP, the villager has 40 as well, but the militia has 4 attack. So I'd say at least... I'd say 5 villagers against 3 militia, and if you want to take out the scout as well, maybe even more actually. I think if you commit to it, just pull 6 or 7 at least and try to micro the weak ones away so you don't, preferably don't lose any, but it's worth the idle time if you're able to not lose any villagers, I think. But considering that the militia has... is that melee armor? I'm not sure. Will some militia have same attack? It says villager has 3 though. And militia has 4. But maybe there's a bonus, I don't know. Anyway, you'd want to pull villagers anyway. Yeah, but some melee armor, that's true. 1 stray Goths militia though. No Goths spam here just yet. Yeah, so the melee armor that counters 1 of the militia attack. You might be right, Tiger. But still, you'd probably agree that if you want to take out 3 enemy militia, you'd pull more villagers, maybe 4 or 5, to make sure most of them survive. Some scouts run-ins here. Britons archers all the way over to the Goth side here, so we are playing Britons archers from pocket here. That's probably their best option, honestly. Their Knights line units or scouts are nothing special, but Conrad, the Franks player scouts here, clean up this just nicely. Military numbers, Conrad investing heavily into the scouts here. 7 military, could be some spears at home for defense. Nah, it's fully walled, so probably no spears. All scouts here. I'll double check that actually with their stats here. They're scouting. They've only scouted Tiger side or red side though. Going conk. So random teammates confirmed here from Mr. Nice Town. I'll take it. Setting up for the fast castle play here, and fast castle indeed. Now on the way up, we'll be reaching castle age at 1730 maybe. Weird walls. Cyclist now fully walled as well, it seems. Taking the long distance hunt here to boost the food economy a bit, but that rush certainly set them back by quite a bit here. We have the Ethiopian player going for the Bulgarians now. I don't know if there was any action up here at all. Maybe, maybe not. Oh, this could be palisade chopped through though for some if you send a villager forward. So never use trees as part of your walls. Single trees. That's just asking for trouble. 8 Ethiopian archers with fletching, I presume. No! 10 scouts, but I'm good, says Knight's Town. So notifying the pocket. I think the Britons' pocket is fully walled. Again, straggler tree as part of the walls here. Don't do that. It's risky. Oh, going even for team walls-ish here. That's a very ambitious walls over here when there's 10 Frank scouts on the field, but maybe our Britons friend here will get lucky. No fletching for the yellow player. No fletching. No, fletching is in for the Ethiopians here. And with fletching, this could be a decent fight, although yellow would lose all the archers here still. But now without fletching and no hit and run, it's going to lose virtually all of the military numbers here. See, only 1 military left for yellow, now down to 0. Are we going for the team walls here? I think it's going for the edge. Castle Age on the way though for the Britons player, but with no military whatsoever to upgrade. But we have the production going again here. Overall military here, let's see, it's 12 military for teal, it's 4 for green, that's those 4 scouts right here, and we have blue with only 1 as well. What's blue's plan here? Could be some sort of a, well, not fast castle exactly, but aiming for the castle age and the huscarls probably. That should be a good answer to the Britons archers. However, both conquistadors with their gunpowder and the Bulgarians militia line would counter huscarls to some good extent. Weird that teal went home. Indeed, there was an opening. There's still an opening here. But probably didn't want to risk to run into TC fire or something. Oh, this, so many openings here. So Mr. Conrad in the green here now, just scouting for now. And looking for some damage potential. Full skirmishers for Spartacus. You never want to see that in a team game. Especially not on their own like this, because if the communication is on point between green and teal here, you just say, hey, send your Frank scouts over here, I have some skirms right next to my base. Could you please handle them? They have fletching, no armor. We see the market going up for Mr. Teal here. Must be aiming for the castle age any moment now. So I'm expecting a flare here now. Do we have the scouts here? Well, we have the green scouts over at purple's place now, so green doing what teal didn't go into here, going to hit the economy of Spartacus here, but Spartacus is already in the castle age and has knights out, so these scouts won't really do any damage. Imagine if teal had run in with the feudal age faster firing Ethiopians archers, could idle this gold easily, could even hit this wood line from the backside over here. And now we have a flare on the Goths player side with some conquistadors on the move here from red, aka Tiger or Nice Town, whatever you want to call them. How is the stream looking, by the way? Is it lagging or anything? I did some change to the settings, but if the flow is nice, I think I'll keep it that way, because I'm now streaming at 1080p 60. Smooth, good to know. As Tiger is running in for some villager kills and some serious idle time on the Goths player here. Let's see, there's stone count here. Didn't really mind too much stone yet, went into 1 TC. That makes sense for defensive purposes against the raids here. Here comes the Franks player with some knights to help as well. But we'll see. I think those knights should clean this up, even lacking that. Oh, never mind, they just had the +2 kick in. Ethiopians, archers, soon about to be crossbows here. Castle Age right around the corner. And yeah, it looks like a 3v1 on the left-hand side here now from Tiger with the Conquistadors, the Britons pocket with the crossbows, and we have some Bulgarian knights on the way as well, so they want to take Goths out of the game. I appreciate that call, actually, to take Goths and set back Goths as much as possible before they can get to Imperial Age and their infamous infantry spam. 3 versus 1 on the Goths player here now. Probably crying for help now, this Cyclist 1994 here. And yeah, the Goths army here shouldn't really be contributing too much. We have a mix of skirms and crossbows here, and yeah. 37 villagers for the Goths player, actually lowest villager count of all, and is about to lose more, I'd say. Yeah, 30 villagers now. Good efforts. 3v1 on one flank. You don't see that too often on Arabia, honestly. You'd see flanks fighting each other. Maybe a 1v1 on one side and then a 2v1 coordinated on another player. But with Goths in the game, there's no reason not to 3v1, because Goths are a civ famous or infamous for their Imperial Age barracks spam. You really don't want to let them get to Imperial Age with a good economy, so it's the right call to make here. Let's see their actual income right now, the resource setup. Look at this. 0 on wood, 0 on food, 1 on gold, 0 on stone. No income whatsoever. Completely idle here for Cyclist 1994. Now down to 23 villagers, 16 idols. And yeah, Conrad, the Frank's pocket, now really needs to invest everything into trying to save the Goths ally here. Nice awareness of Tiger here to go for the reinforcements and cut off quite a few knights here now, but looks like a bit of a cleanup here now. Let's see the Bulgarian knights here, same upgrades as the Franks ones. No, +2 for the Franks actually, so stronger knights for the Franks here in terms of upgrades. They are fully upgraded Castle Age knights, while Spartacus is missing +2 attack. There's not really much happening on the other flank though, so the Bulgarians... Oh, look at this TC spot! Stone, gold. That's just beautiful. It's horrible if your enemy denies it, but if you can place a TC there and secure it, maybe a castle later on as well, this is just fantastic. So, back to the Goth side. We're idling Goths here, that's our only job. Giving the Franks player the free boom now. Free boom. Triple TCs here. Someone says go for pocket. Tiger says go for pocket. Blue is dead. Well, we know what he's trying to say there. Blue is dead. Blue is down to 23 villagers. Won't be looking at Imperial Age anytime soon. There's always the potential for a reboom, of course, but now it's up to the other team's pocket to use their army to their advantage. Let's see Tiger with the double palisades here and the castles in strategic spots here. It's not going to be too easy to hit Tiger here, but this economy is still quite exposed. You, of course, you hide inside the TC, but at the very least, Conrad could now move into the flank side, or even try and hit the Britons' pocket. But Britons, they are have so little mobility in the archers anyway, it doesn't quite make sense. You'd rather go for the Spanish here, or maybe even the Bulgarians, because both are getting free boom for the time being. Red now sending the Conquistadors over, being accompanied by Spartacus here, so good team coordination here, and solid almost 30 units moving forward here. Green's Knights out of position, they will try and clean up these crossbows, but how much army is that going to leave at home for Conrad here to deal with the incoming raids? Where's that tab? 21 cavalry for Conrad. Some of them, half of them are down here, so this is going to be disastrous if red and purple can break in here now and hit Conrad's economy. No more free boom for the Franks, although they are at 84 villagers now. Superior, well, not superior, but villager lead over the other team's pocket. There are some frames dropping on my end. Yeah, I'll adjust it later then. Might be a bit too ambitious with the set up here. That is good to know. Look at these raids though. We have the Ethiopians crossbows here to help, and Conrad pulling all of his 20-something knights back. But even if they're able to clean this up, it's just so much damage done. Goth's player up again to 40 villagers here now. Shouldn't be left alone for too long here with the triple TC boom, but obviously far behind the opposing team with a collected villager count of, yeah, quite a few, much more villagers here. Chasing down the Conquistadors now, but look at the red player here with triple castle Conquistadors production. Even losing these numbers, there's still 32 military total for red, going to be maybe left with 20 something if these get cleaned up. You could still hit and run like a madman with those Conquistadors though, and there's more to come. Castle on the hill for the Britons, might be seeing longbows here. Imperial Age on the way for nice town, I'll take it here, means that Elite Conquistador could be on the menu as well. Even taking a gold of the Ghost player now. The castle is up for Cyclist 1994, though has lots of ranges here though. Why not go into the Huskarls now that you have the castle up? You will at the very least be able to deal with Britons until the Conquistadors can come close and help out. A little bit of a forward here, but Spartacus doesn't take the bait, has also researched that +2 attack now. And Spartacus 22 military, Conrad with 36, but the Frank's pocket of the opposing team here has the job of a lifetime now to consider whether to try and defend and help the teammates or go for the raids and try to take the others out of the eco business here. 20-30 Britons arbalists here now. We have Imperial Age right around the corner for the Conquistadors player here as well. There it is. And we're going to see a Paladin switch here from Nicetown, I take it, it seems. Second armor upgrade coming in. Look at the production here as well. 6 stables producing no less for Nicetown, I take it. Spanish, they get fully upgraded Paladin, so why not? Cavalry, 13 cab archers, that will be the Conquistadors. Still 24 Conquistadors left as well. With the range, they could go hit and run. Here come a decent chunk of Ethiopia's crossbows. Walls being deleted by cyclists here as well. Is this a cleanup? Yeah, so the mobility of the Conquistadors allows them to run away from the fight here, but that was some serious losses for the Britons player. Now down to 9 military. Good thing the Britons archery rangers work faster. Halberdier in the making, so that's actually a good call from the Britons pocket. Lacking mobility, but at least providing halberdiers against the soon-to-be Frank's Cavalier, maybe even Paladin later on. Well, Cavalier raids from Nicetown and Telkit here is one step ahead here over the Frank's pocket after all. Missing the Imperial Age upgrades here, also missing the Castle Age attack upgrade, but going for the raids again here. Now seems going for the Ethiopians player here. I'd wager that's a good call as well, because with no ARBs on the field, you don't easily take out the halberdiers that yellow is going to provide here. Knights on the run, but there are already halberdiers here. I'm missing quite a few upgrades for now, but fully upgraded arbalests on the field as well. Only missing yeomen for the Britons, giving them that an extra +1 range. So let's look at the eco setup here. 114 villagers for red here. Very healthy eco, food and gold. Look at that. To spam cavaliers for... might actually be saving up for the paladin upgrade here now. We hear attack noises, spreading out the cavaliers everywhere here to just diminish that villager number from sounds in the high speed here. Imperial Age is in though, and 5 ranges producing arbalests for teal. Also Goth's situation here, I don't really see any, mainly just booming here, trying to get into whatever here, but massive forward ranges from the Britons player here, doing a good job with Britain's pocket after all here. We have some defensive creposts from Spartacus at home here, but the main thing here being the raids forward now with the Spanish Cavalier here. I don't even know where the Conquistadors went, maybe they're down for now. Bulgarians Knights running around like crazy. So look at the villager counts as well, collected over 100 for Red's team here, whereas the other ones are still way below 100, maybe feeling they have to commit to army. Goth's player finally on the way to the Imperial Age, but that's just going to be too late to contribute any significant halberdier spam here. Halberdier is a pretty expensive tech to go into as well, and look at red raiding even the blue side here now. That's playing the pocket role from the flank side here from Nicetown, I take it. Makes sense as well when you have a very immobile civilization in the middle. Halberdier numbers and upgrades increasing here for the Britain's player, and Paladins now making life awkward. We had Frank's Cavalier now, missing that Imperial Age attack upgrade. And this seems to be, that has to be Yeoman maybe for, or is it Warwolf Treb maybe? Let's see. Warwolf Treb for the Britain's player. So going to take a shot at taking out both buildings and units with the traps there, giving the traps some area damage. Conquistador still at work as well, didn't really go for the elite upgrade here, but the game is over. GG is being called. The Frank's pocket is simply too far behind after all the raids and will not be getting to Paladin easily. And GG well played, we being, I'd have to say, severely out-cived on Nicetown. I think it's team here. No no option beyond archers for either of the flanks here. Bulgarians and Spanish. Haven't really seen that ever, I think. So I'd have to assume random civs, and then up against Ethiopians, Goths, and Franks. Solid job with some nice strategic calls along the way there. The early castle, like Josh's castle, certainly paying off for Nicetown. I take it here earlier than everyone getting to those conquistadors, but yeah, big wow to this sim matchup to actually take this game. I wonder if you could see the rank of some of these players. Also, you did actually pick. Well, it looks like. Was it a quick play though? Because you seem somewhat. However, Spartacus is 1400. It was quick play. Okay, so you got the better end of the deal then. Oh, it was ranked. Okay. Alright, the Goth's player was 1300s. And then Frank's pocket was actually almost 1600, so pretty solid team they were up against here. Look at the military numbers though, Ethiopians providing so much, but still lacking the mobility. You need to move these arbalests around, and if you have to go all the way over to blue side to help out, that's going to take you forever with these slow boys. When do you have the ranges at home, that is. If you had some Ethiopians ranges on the other side, could be helping out. Conrad was 1600, yeah, I'd assume so. So military lead probably for the Britons, Spanish, and Spartacus here. Good job from the pockets and the Ethiopians though, but Goths got 3v1 and incapacitated early on. Best eco it seems for red here, and obvious scouts uptime for Conrad here, and taking out quite a few Britons archers earlier on. I'd almost say that even if you're Britons in the pocket position, you could still go for scouts for the mobility and the early map control. You have an eco bonus in the quicker sheep harvesting, so you could use that to your advantage. Even if it's not the common go-to for Britons, you need more mobility if you're in the pocket position, but it didn't seem to hurt their team too much going for archers. Maybe more a distraction from the pocket to allow the fast castle of the two flanks.